So, short video about chitting potatoes. First thing is, what is chitting? What do we do it for? So chitting really is just developing the shoots in the potato before it goes in the ground. Trying to get a bit of an early start, speed up the process, rather than wait until it goes in the ground and wait for the temperatures to rise in the soil. Chitting really is trying to get the eyes to grow from the top of the potato just enough so they're ready to go in the ground. The first thing you want to look for on any potato is the start of the chits, which are these little eyes. You usually find the potato's got none on the bottom, some on the top. You can find the top and the bottom. You want to make sure the top is facing upwards, nothing on the bottom. You want to be aiming for 2 or 3 chits in this sort of top area. Best thing to place them in is egg boxes. You want to keep them upright for about 4 to 6 weeks before you can plant them. So try and find them top upright, chits facing forward, and just basically place them in the egg boxes, trying to find the tops. Try not to have them touching too much, because if they're going to be together 4 to 6 weeks, you might start a bit of mould on the side. Again, trying to find the ones with the chits facing upwards, just placing them round in the egg box. And again, as many as you want, as little as you want, space them out. You should find, if you get 2 on the bottom, 3 on the top, always go for the ones on the 3 on the top. Always best. And that's simple. That's all you need to do. Okay. Once you've selected your potatoes, you put them in your egg box. Your best place to put them there is somewhere quite cool, but it has to be light. So you're looking at about 7 or 8 degrees. But the important bit is light and not dark. So you don't want to be pretending they've gone in the soil and the darkness, because all they'll produce is very bright, white, brittle shoots, and they'll damage when you plant them. You need them in somewhere nice and cool, but really light. After about 3 to 4 weeks, you should see the expansion of these chits. And what you're looking for is something about 2 centimetres tall. Should be dark purple, a dark colour, and you should be able to, they're quite firm and plump, and they're just starting to grow there. There's a couple of things you want to look for. If you want a lot of small potatoes, you can have 3 or 4 chits. If you want a larger potato but smaller numbers, you really only want 1 or 2 chits. So if you've got 3 or 4 coming up and you only want 1 or 2, you could simply just rub them off before they start growing too much. If they've got too big and you still want to cut them off, sharp knife, but make sure you take the whole lot off so it doesn't grow. So you want to cut them back so you can almost see the flesh again and it won't regrow. Most chitting is done on first earlies, second earlies and salads. Mains you can do, but there's not really much advantage of doing mains because they're so late in the season, they'll catch up anyway. One of the other advantages of doing any chitting is that you should get an earlier crop, because basically you're starting the potato off quicker than it would do in the ground. So you should get the harvest quicker, and as I say, depending on the number of chits, larger harvest, smaller numbers, or a large potato, smaller numbers of them.